Hi and welcome to my brand new channel, Just Be. I have a load of things that I want to share, really, a variety of topics, but to kick things off, let's talk about love. So, what is love? Some people say it's that sweet, sickly, happy-go-lucky, fun, energy force, per se. You may prefer to be more scientific, and a flowchart's necessary where you break it down to its simplest form, using the terminology we have in the English language. Well, for me, I'd say that it's a state of consciousness, not a feeling. So why do I believe that love is a state of consciousness and not a feeling? I'll do my best to explain. And I think a good starting point is looking at love and the fact that it's actually a frequency. If we read this bit here, it says 528 Hertz is a frequency that's essential to the musical mathematical matrix of creation. Oh, that's a mouthful. 528 is known as the miracle tone, which brings remarkable and extraordinary changes. So this proves that love is an incredible force that can potentially heal. And I think that we should be living in love, and we could end up being our own cure. Going even further, love has a high frequency, and it activates many more DNA coding sites than fear, which has a low frequency. Activating DNA coding sites is a good thing. That's all I can say with that. And when we're in situations where we're in a bad relationship or we're in disputes with people, you've got to understand that we're giving off a frequency that is harmful to ourselves, as well as whatever we're trying to get across to that person we hate at the time. Now, we've all been in those relationships where it seemed like a good idea at the time, and everyone was looking at us and saying, hell no. And you look back, and even you could agree that they were right. We've got to take into account that we were with that person, and if anyone would know if they were good or bad for you, it's you. And as the old saying goes, you will only be treated how you allow people to treat you. There's always the option to boot them out of your life and keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, life is precious. Your consent matters to the way you're treated. So, what does consent actually mean? Consent is to give permission and to agree, basically. And for us to agree, we have to have some sort of understanding. So it's really important that we communicate, share ideas, share our thoughts, our feelings. Otherwise, things can get pretty bad. Now, take this diagram, for example. I call it the circles of consent and understanding. If both of you were to consent to the words on the outside, then you would naturally agree on the words on the inside. And if you were to stray from this circle of consent and understanding, you can only blame yourself for what can happen next. Consent's really, really important. That's what I can stress. And speaking of consent, I have to talk about the man that inspired this whole video. His name's T.C. Carrier, and he's a speaker, author in fiction and non-fiction, and he covers similar topics that I cover, like magic, sex, love, and yeah, he's pretty amazing, so please check him out. Now, back to you. So we've looked at love and what it possibly could mean, and now we should be looking at how to love yourself. That's the most important thing here, and the best way to do that is to find your inner child. You may have heard that term before. It's basically looking at who you was as a child and what kind of adult you would have liked to have been around. For example, a mentor, someone that encourages you, anything really. But the bottom line is, someone that loved you, therefore you can love yourself. Okay, so with all my videos, the summary will begin with the word just. And for this video, I will say just remember that with all material things, love is infinite and lust is temporary. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Just Be. Please subscribe, like if you like, click the bell for more videos, and please comment, because what you have to say is so important with what I'm trying to do here. and you will inspire my future videos, trust me. And follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Gmail, and let's keep this conversation flowing. Peace.